Hey Wheesearchers, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Jay Isaiah from the channel Jay Isaiah, and today we are going to be doing a review on the Exotic palette by Prism Makeup. So this palette is a dupe of the Natasha Denona Tropic palette, which is about $120, and I don't have time for that. Like, nobody has time to be spending $120 on one makeup palette. So I went on Amazon.com and found a dupe of that, and that is the, I don't even have the palette with me. Let me go get it. So here is the Exotic palette, and it is only $9.89 on Amazon.com. So what attracted me to this palette were the pastel colors. They're kind of bright, but not super bright. And I don't know, I just haven't really seen these colors in the palette before, but now I know it's a dupe of the Natasha Denona. The palette is super cute. It's blue and purple and has like a little shimmer effect, which you can get from my studio lights. And it does come with a mirror, so I do appreciate palettes that come with a mirror because sometimes I can't find my mirror. Actually, I can never find my mirror. So having a mirror on the palette, bomb. That's boom, boo. Are we still on Halloween? I'm confused. Now, this isn't a first impressions video because I did do a live stream where I did like dupe versus real, or was it dupe versus real? No, I did a live stream where I went over this palette, and the first time I used it, it did not perform well, but now I have some different techniques that I'm gonna use to apply the shadows, and we're just gonna see how this palette turns out. Why can't I talk this morning? Oh my goodness. Okay, so now that we're up close and personal, before we get started, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and turn on those post notifications so you know when Wheesearch posts in the future. Also, if you want to check out any of my content, all of my social media information will be in the description below. Now, I've already primed my lids with Tarte Shape Tape, and let's just hop into this palette and create a makeup look. I'm gonna put this color right here, Sunset, into my crease. Right away, it is very powdery. It is not creamy at all. But we're just gonna buff this into the crease and just get a transition shade going. For this look, I think I'm gonna jump into Indian Clay, this red right here, and then I wanna mix it with this Lagoon, this blue, which is like gorgeous, and then we're just gonna deepen it out with Earth, which is this brown color right here. So I'm gonna use a technique that Nikki Tutorials does, and where she stamps a lot of the color in one spot and then blends it out later. So I think that's gonna be what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do, okay? Jumping into Indian Clay, and I'm literally just gonna pack all the color onto the brush. Okay, so I'm just gonna stamp this red color. I think I want the red on more toward the outside of the eye. So I'm just gonna stamp that color on right here. And yes, we are getting some pigment. Start blending that out into the crease a bit. I am noticing that it's very patchy. Okay, so as I'm trying to blend it out, it is literally picking up the shadow and just removing it. So that's not good. But I'm gonna go ahead and just pack this blue on and just see what we come up with. Okay, so now the blue color payoff, great. Still very powdery, it's not as patchy, and when it kind of transitioned with the red, it did give me a nice little blend, but I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna try to pack the red on with the Morphe 167 brush, which is what I usually use to pack on shimmers. This is the Morphe 167, it's a flat packing brush. I put the red on there and I'm gonna just apply this to my lid and see if it gives us more color payoff. You know, sometimes you just gotta switch your brush. There we go. Okay, we're giving you 4th of July realness with this, if we add some white, then we got red, white, and blue, but honey, is this Colgate? Let's deepen this out. I'm gonna jump into that earth shade, that brown. I'm gonna pack this in my outer C area right here first, and just pull it into my lower lash line a bit, and then I'm gonna buff it into my crease. This brown is super pigmented. I was not expecting it to be this dark, but she showed up. Because that was so dark, I need to lighten it up a little bit, so I'm gonna go, a lot of fallout. So a lot of kickback in the tray, by the way. So I'm gonna go in with a lighter shade. This one right here is called Cantaloupe. So we're gonna hop in that, see if that will lighten that up a bit. Definitely softened it. All right, I'm gonna do the other eye off camera, put some lashes on, and then I'll come back to talk about this palette. And we're back, and I'm low-key looking like a snack. Oh, I should be a lyricist. I'm telling y'all. Oh, they know I'm filming? Bye. My final thoughts on the Exotic palette by Prism Makeup. I'm not 100% a fan. Now, when I was applying it, I just looked at the footage and it looks like it is super pigmented. It wasn't patchy and everything on camera, but I promise you that is the studio lights doing this palette some justice. Now, the blue shade did apply a lot better. It was a lot more pigmented. It wasn't as patchy as the red shade, the Indian Clay. But, I mean, overall, I had to really work with these shadows to make it work. I mean, all in all, I did come out with a pretty good look, I would say. But it wasn't until I really started finessing it, like off camera, guys, I did a lot of work to get this look. I did a lot of work off camera. And I had to really finesse the shadows, really pack in the color. I had to use a shader brush, like a flat packing brush for the matte colors when I usually use a blending brush. So that was different for me. I mean, this is a true example of you get what you pay for, but I also do believe that there are some cheaper products out there because I tested out a $2 palette that was like better than one of my $60 palettes. So it's not about the money, it's just about the quality of how the shadow is made. This one was very powdery, and I think that attributed to why it was so patchy. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go ahead and go on Wheesearch.com and I'm gonna enter my opinion for this because I think the world needs to know. So let's go do that. Since I already entered in my opinion for this product, I'm gonna click on Creators and Consult and then click See Products under my creator card. Now I'm going to scroll until I find the Prism Makeup palette, and with our new site design, all you have to do is hover over the product to show the opinion. Now for this was somewhat moisturizing, literally had no coverage. It was not smooth and it was really cakey. But since I use more colors, I'm going to click on the buttons at the top. Now this one's for Blue Lagoon. Now it was not long lasting at all. It was a bit drying because it was so powdery. Gave a bit of coverage, was moderately smooth, but overall it was still cakey. So now that you've seen the opinion for this product, just know you can do that too. All you have to do is go over to Wheesearch.com, create a We4Me profile, and enter in your sensitivities. It takes about 30 seconds or so. And then you can start finding makeup that is designed for you. So if you have dry skin, if you don't like stickiness, if you don't like shimmers, if you don't like, I mean, who doesn't like shimmer? But if you don't like shimmer or glitter or whatever, put that in your profile and we will start sending you the products to your feed right in front of your face that work for you. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you wanted to buy this palette, this would be a really good starter palette for somebody who's just getting into makeup, maybe for like a little quick gift or something like that, but it definitely wouldn't be in my everyday collection. Like I might try to play around with these shadows, maybe add some like water to them, see if they become more pigmented, but you know, it's $9.80 something, so it's not too bad. I'm not recommending it, but if you're a beginner and you don't want to spend a lot of money, maybe check it out. Alright guys, I'm Jay Isaiah from the channel Jay Isaiah. All of my social media information is in the description below. Please hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, turn on our post notifications, and we'll see you next time. Bye!